Okay, we're going to get started. We're at 1 o'clock. I don't want to waste your time. Thanks for joining me. I am Heather Ramirez. I am a field marketing specialist in the Sac Tahoe region. And today we're just going to talk a little bit about our online profiles and how we can keep those up to date. So a consistent online brand helps you maximize your brand presence and enables potential customers to understand the value you provide to your clients. By projecting your business's unique personality, you send a clear message about who you work with and what your business is all about. And that was said by masterfulmarketing.com. So nice quote there. So what is a brand? Really, there are two parts to your brand: your visual identity. So the way people recognize you, that can be in your logo, your fonts, the colors you use, the format you follow. And then your business promise as what you are providing for your customers and that you're consistently providing that throughout your business. What are the benefits of projecting a consistent online brand? So having your consistent online brand helps customers differentiate you from your competition. So it, takes you and somebody else and completely shows who you are. Your brand signals a level of quality that grows as your brand becomes more recognized. Your brand also establishes a personality for your business and helps you attract your ideal client. Your business stands out from others in your industry. So if you associate your brand with high standards such as trust and quality, clients and prospects will associate your brand image, your logo, colors, the message you leave with them with your value, and they'll do that emotionally. And then it increases customer trust, loyalty, and familiarity. So a strong focus base consistently projected across all of your web properties makes your business more credible and recognizable. So when they're searching you out in one place, they can easily find you in another place, and then they feel that trust. How do you create your brand consistency? So you want to start with your company name. Most of you are agents, so you're independent contractors with Coldwell Banker, but you're a small business, so you get to decide what your business name is going to be. Sounds logical, but some businesses may feel they have to brand their products and services as well. You just need to brand yourself as a whole. So with a small amount of resources, and you put them all into creating a strong brand for the company as a whole. So once you decide what your company name is going to be, then you want to go to a place like GoDaddy or anywhere you can create a custom domain name and see if you can find a domain name that fits into your company name. So if you can't get your domain name that matches your business name exactly with no hyphens, try to find one that works for your business. Just make sure it's easy to say and intuitive. Sorry, my dog is bugging me here. Get. Okay, so once you have done that, you want to make sure your usernames across your platforms are aligned with your business name. Most social sites allow you to personalize the web address for your profile. So you just want to make sure it matches with your URL. That way, when somebody searches you, super easy to find. Okay, so that's your name. Then you want to use your logo or any imagery and have that be consistent across all your platforms as well. The next part is your cover photos. Most social sites allow you to have a cover photo, so keeping those about the same or in the same realm will help take your key message and apply it visually to all of your websites and social profiles. Okay, so that's just a little bit about why we want to make sure we're checking our profiles and keeping them consistent. Next, we're going to jump into a live demo and I'll just show you the different places to do that. So we will go over where to go to update your Coldwell Banker Homes profile. Your InTouch website, we'll go into where to update that. We'll quickly cover Zillow and Realtor.com and Google Business. And if we have some time, I will also show you Facebook Business as well. So let me change how I'm sharing here. And we will start with my CB desk. So to do your coldwellbankerhomes.com profile, what you want to do is log into mycbdesk.com and find the CB Homes admin tile. Once you jump into here, you should see your headshot on, well, let me, to find a profile. Okay, so I'm just going to use Andrea for our demos today. She is a manager in El Dorado Hills. So when you log into your CB Homes admin, you will see your headshot on the left. You can edit this headshot. You can update it from here. This will update your Coldwell Banker Homes profile. This first block of information that you see here is information that is managed by Trident. If you haven't heard Trident before, it is our internal system and needs to be changed by your office administrator. So if you have a telephone number change or an email address change, you'll just want to contact your office administrator to get that updated. Moving down, you'll see there's quite a few different options that you do have the ability to edit. So in here, you can decide if you want your profile even on the Coldwell Banker Homes website. Do you want to display your mobile phone on the website, your email, display your current listings and sales? So you have the ability to turn those off and on within CB Homes admin. The next piece is going to be your MLS member ID. So you'll want to make sure your current MLS is added here with your MLS ID. What this is going to pull in to your Moxie presentations so that you can access the comps through Moxie. So we always want to make sure to have that information here. Your social media sites. If you're active on your social media, you want to make sure your links are added in here. This will feed over to your Coldwell Banker Homes profile. Under awards, this is not editable, but if you do have an award with Coldwell Banker, such as International Sterling Society, it will show here. If you have any additional designations, you can add them here. You'll see there's a whole curated list for you to choose from. Lots and lots to choose from. A really important one here is your languages. So if you speak more than one language or a language other than English, it is very important to add that here, as if somebody's searching on our website for an agent that speaks a certain language, you will be brought up in those search results. So always make sure to add in your additional languages to this section. The last part here is going to be your biography. If you have an update to your biography or you have not done one yet, this is a great place to get it added. You can also add a personal video. So if you wanted to do a quick introduction about yourself, you can add that in here and it will feed over to our Coldwell Banker Homes website. So that is the first place. Next, we'll talk about your website through InTouch. Let me get my account opened here. Sorry, I was not prepared with this one. Okay, so when you log into InTouch, the first thing you'll do is come up to the top right-hand corner here where it says account, and you'll click on My Account. If you have done any optimization to your website, you'll know that you come in through website edit site, but a lot of the information that pulls over is from this My Account section. So when you come into My Account, you'll just want to make sure all of this information is filled in and correct. So starting with our profile details, your display name versus your legal name, your title. Your license number is not automatically going to pull into this profile, so you want to make sure to come in here and add that. Also, the phone number is not going to be formatted correctly when you get in here the first time. So if you prefer periods or dashes in your phone number, you'll want to just come in here and make those changes so that it shows correctly on your website. If you have purchased a custom URL, you want to make sure to come in here and enter that in here so it does pull through correctly. And then another important piece is this CRM email. This is the email tied to your InTouch account. If somebody is on your website and searching or messages you from your website, it will go to the CRM email, which comes into your InTouch account. To make a change so that that comes to your regular email, you want to make sure to have your external email filled in here. And then under reply to email, I'm just going to hit edit so you can see what this says. So this reply to email here will be automatically set to CRM email. If you're not in here constantly checking for messages, you're going to miss something. So we recommend you come in here, put in your normal email address, whether it's your CB NorCal or something different, and then change this reply to email to your external email. That will fix the problem. This is the spot you want to put your custom URL and then your marketing address. Most of the time, that's going to be your office address. Moving down, we have a couple of sections here. There is a bio summary. This is just a short version or an introduction to your bio. And then down here below is going to be where you want to put your full biography. So if you have an update to your bio, these are all the places you want to make sure you're putting it in. Last but not least, our social media options. So as you see here, we have Andrea's filled in pretty fully. There are additional social media options for you to choose. So if you are a big social media, just make sure you're adding all of those URLs to link to. Make sure you click save on any change that you make. And that will automatically show real time to your website. Next, coming down this info here on the left-hand side under my account, you just want to click through and make sure all your information is correct. So is your office information correct? If you need to update your headshot, you can do so here. You can also choose a marketing logo through here. So if you would like a different Coldwell Banker logo, you can go ahead and choose which one you want from this list. Over here on the right is going to be a picture of your office. So pretty easily, if you search Coldwell Banker with the location of your office on Google, you can find a picture of your office, the front of it. You can go ahead and save that and upload it here, or if you take one yourself, that's what that space is typically for. As we see, Andrea has done a different option there. Okay, last piece. We always want to make sure we have your MLS set up so that your website is pulling in the current MLS listings. To do that, you just select your MLS feed and there will be instructions. You can also ask your office staff and they would be happy to set that up for you. Okay. Any questions on Coldwell Banker Homes or your InTouch website so far? Anybody? No?
Okay. Heather, I have a question. Do you have an example of when someone's used the video feature for the CB Homes admin profile? I've never seen that and how it rolls out into the CB Homes, ColdwellBankerHomes.com.
I don't off the top of my head, but I will search and see if I can find one for you.
Okay, I think it's a cool feature.
It is a cool feature, and a lot of people are afraid to get on video, unfortunately, so we don't get too many of those. Okay, let's see. My little share thing is in the way here. Okay, so next we'll kind of jump into Realtor.com. You do not have to use these. These are optional pages for agents. If you do use them, sometimes they're a bit tricky to find what you're looking for, I guess I should say. So on the Realtor.com and Zillow, they have what we call a consumer-sided website and an agent-sided website. So when you're logging in, you just want to make sure you're selecting the right account, basically. So give me 1 second here. So when you come to Realtor.com and you click login, instead of just going ahead and putting your email address here, if you look down here at the bottom, it says, are you a real estate agent? This is where you want to log in. For some reason, their logins are not the same. So just make sure you're logging into the correct side. Super easy to reset your password if you haven't logged in a while. So when you log in, you want to make sure you come over here to profile and manage your profile. From here, here is the cover image. Looks like, so Andrea was an agent and now she's a manager, so some of her stuff does not feed over, but if you do have that cover image that you're trying to keep consistent across all your platforms, this is where you would upload that cover image. And just a tip, BrandServe has a ton of social media cover images curated for you. So if you need help with that, reach out to your staff or just get in there and start clicking around. They're super cute in there. Okay, so coming down here, you just want to make sure all your information is correct. If you have a nickname or a name that you are using besides your name registered with the DRE, go ahead and enter it here. Your phone number, any email addresses you're using, and your professional title. I'm going to come into the edit version so you can see the questions. So as you can see here, you can add multiple phone numbers. Say you have a desk phone you want to add in addition to your mobile phone. Your contact email address and your professional title. It'll ask you your years of experience, so when you started, and then it will give a breakdown of how long that has been. Who do you typically work with? Do you do buyers and sellers, just buyers, just sellers? You have a choice. You can list your specialties here. Let's say you work with the seniors in your community, say 55 and older. You have your senior designation. You can go ahead and add that here. Any specific areas you serve, if you serve, you know, certain neighborhoods over others, you can add that here. Zip codes, if you want to stick in all the zip codes you're happy to work in. And then always make sure your website is included. That will give people the chance to jump over, search listings, search information about you. So that's always important to have there. And then last but not least, your bio. So here's another part or another section that we want to update when you update your bio. I know a lot of you are updating them currently because we just announced our awards statuses for 2021. So just keep in mind all these sections to update. Oh, I didn't mention, I did drop the digital scorecard check sheet in the chat. That gives you a good breakdown of things to update and places to go to get those updated. So feel free to print that out and use it whenever you'd like. If you have any designations or certification badges, you can add them here. And here is another great spot to add any additional languages that you speak. Always make sure you're clicking save. Over here on the right is your Metro List information. These websites are going to automatically pull in your sales and listings. So you want to make sure that your Metro List ID and your DRE number is added here. It looks like if you want to add or remove MLS accounts, you have to call them to do that. There's not just a section to enter, which is a bummer, but one quick phone call is not that bad. The office information pulls in from your MetroList ID. So if you happen to change offices, this information will automatically pull in for you. And then any blogs or additional social media accounts can be added here on the right-hand side. I don't think any of our offices edit your profiles for you. I know some brokerages do that, so you can give them access here, but through Coldwell Banker, I don't believe we do that for you. unless you sit down with somebody one-on-one, we'd be happy to walk you through this. Okay, under recommendations here, am I just clicking too many times? Shh. Sorry. So through recommendations, this is a place you can add additional reviews you've received from people. You just say add a new recommendation. This will add to your website. And then your ratings and reviews here, you can manage through ratings and reviews. You can send a request to a client to get that review if you are using this platform to receive your reviews. That's pretty much it for our Realtor.com. So we will move along. Does anybody have questions? Okay. Zillow, same kind of thing. We have a consumer website login and we have an agent website login. So we want to come up here to Agent Hub. When we log in, I'm already logged in as Andrea. Their agent facing website is called Zillow Premier Agent. So just make sure you're in this platform when you're updating your profile and not the consumer sided profile. Under your picture here, you'll find the edit your profile. And same kind of thing from the last one. We just want to make sure your name's correct. You can change your pronouns here. You can update your screen name. So if you decide to, or if you choose a business name and it's something other than your name, you can add that here as your screen name. To update your profile photo, you would just update it here. Your profession, you know, most of us are real estate agents or brokers. And then all of your brokerage information. Andrea used to be in Elk Grove. Looks like we need to update her Zillow profile for her. Down here under real estate agent license, you will add your license information. If you have additional licenses in other states, you can go ahead and add those as well. Here's a section for your service areas, and then another one for your language fluency, which is very important. In business sense, this is how many years you've been in business and what are your specialties. So if any of these are your specialty, you'll want to make sure they are selected. If you do get brave and you make a profile video, you have a chance to add it here as well. Add your website. If you have a blog, your Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn can also go here. So we'll hit submit on those. Let me see my notes here. Okay. So once your profile is up to date, moving down your profile, you'll see listings and sales. They are going to pull in all of your recent listings and solds from your Metro list. If you have one that is, say, a buy side that you would like to add, I do not believe those pull in automatically. They're only going to pull in your list side sales, but you can add them as a sale here. So all you would do is click add sale, and then all you do is start by typing the address in. The address will pull up and you can claim it as the buyer side agent. Once it's verified, it will add to your website for you, which is really cool. So make sure you're doing that on your buyer side transactions. Moving down, we have our ratings and reviews. A lot of people have used Zillow to get their testimonials. Not a bad idea, but I don't know that it's the best idea. I have heard some horror stories about people losing testimonials. So what I will recommend for you, we will go into our next profile. So next profile being your Google business page. If you have not made a Google business page yet, pretty easy. All you have to do is Google business and set up a Google business profile. You don't have to have a Gmail account. You can set it up with your Coldwell Banker email or a different personal email that you're using. So don't feel like you need to go in and create a whole Gmail account to open your business account. Once you do get it set up, go back here. If somebody were to Google your name or your business name, this is what a Google business ad looks like here on the right-hand side. When you are making these, please be careful not to claim the office page's website. Make sure you are definitely starting your own. It can say Coldwell Banker Realty with your name. Just make sure you're not grabbing the office page. This is where I would say is a better place to ask for reviews, just because we know how often people are using Google and they will show up right away, front and center, and you can see, you know, your score, super easy to pull off and put onto your website. So I would recommend doing this until Coldwell Banker comes through and sets us up with our own testimonial program. Hopefully that will be eventually. Anybody have quick questions on Google My Business? I know I kind of did that one quickly.
I have a question.
Okay.
Heather. So for the testimonials, do we send out the requests to our clients, or is there a way that do they go into Google and then they Google our name and then add the 5 stars or whatever? How does that work?
Yeah, so you can send them the link to your Google business page and just ask for them to leave a review for you there. I'm not 100% certain that there is a request on that side, but yeah, you would just send them to your Google business page and ask them to leave a review there. And it's super easy, you know, they write a review and it sticks in there for you. We can pull it out.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Anybody else? Let's see, what's our time? Oh, we got a couple of minutes. So we will round out by just quickly going over Facebook business. So Facebook business page are super important. If you are using your personal Facebook page as your business page, that's fine. But the really cool thing about having a business page is you're able to jump in and manage your social media posts ahead of time. So with a business account, you can schedule your posts up to a month, as far in advance as you want, basically. So if you want to give yourself an hour a week to schedule out, you know, your social media, or an hour a month, whatever is comfortable for you, that's where a social or a Facebook business page is super helpful. You can also tie it to a business Instagram page and set those posts up together at the same time. So super easy. If you have more questions about that, your field marketing specialists are happy to sit down and show you all of those cool tools. But to start your Facebook business page, you would just go to your home page. Under the tab here on the left-hand side, I feel like everybody's Facebook looks a little bit different, but you just want to find the option pages. So here's a little orange flag, do pages. Here you can create a new page. This is where you will create your business page using your business name, your business cover photo and headshot. And then I'm going to jump in. I have too many pages as it is, so I'm not going to add a new one. But once you are in and have your account started, if you scroll down on your page and on this left-hand side here, you'll see it's kind of setting you up for success. So it's going to tell you what you have missed so far in setting up your page. So if you just come down, the little blue pencils are where you're going to make your edits. Make sure you're adding your DRE number. There is not a dedicated section for this number, so just use your page description as a great place to put that information. As you can see, there's a lot of information you can add here. You can promote your website. You can add your office phone or your phone number, your office hours. So as agents, we know that you don't take typical hours, but if you want to set a simple boundary for Facebook and just say you work 8:30 to 5 or 8 to 4, or you can put 12 to 12 if that's what your hours are. But you can add all that information down here at the bottom. Edit page info is just going to give you your name, your contact information. You can put your WhatsApp phone number in here, your email, your website, your location, so your branch location, any additional location details if you want to say the areas you service, since we know our region here has quite a lot of regions to service. If you want to say you take Sundays off, go ahead and remove that. If you have temporary, if you're going to be out of town, or with, like we know with COVID, you can change your service hours down here. And then over here on more, there's just way more information you can add about yourself. So I recommend filling out as much as you can. You can add your Instagram handle here, link the 2 accounts. Super easy and super fun. Okay. Any questions about Facebook? And like I said, BrandServe has great cover images, so make sure you're checking those out. Super cute stuff in there. Okay.
I had a quick question for you, Greg. Man, thanks for doing this class.
No problem.
You mentioned something about dropping a online scorecard or whatever in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Is that in there yet? I would love to get one of those. It's probably in desk somewhere, I'm sure, but.
If you go, well, I thought I put it in here. So if you go to the meeting chat and scroll up a little bit above where everybody joined, there is a digital scorecard. It's a PDF. Do you see it? Does anybody else see it? I put it in there.
I'm wondering if it's because it's being recorded, that, because I had the same experience as Greg. I just figured it would be once the recording stopped, we can see.
Okay.
Something.
I will send it out to everybody in a recap. Don't worry about it. I just thought I'd pop it in there so you could follow along if you wanted, but I'll make sure to send it out with the recording of the video. I do have one last quick thing I want to show you. Who knows about .signal? If you're using our amazing listing concierge program, you get what we call a mobile digital writer. Make sure you're ordering those when you're having your signs installed. And what those are is it gives clients a chance to text a keyword to a specific code, and then they get a property, basically a property website sent directly to their phone. So like you see here on the screen, it'll have your branded information, all the information about the home. And then you as the agent will get a message saying, hey, so-and-so's looking at your property. Really cool. So to make sure your profile is up to date with .signal. So we're going to log in as a real estate login. Your initial login is going to be your email address with Coldwell Banker, and then your first name with the numbers 1, 2, 3 after them. So once you log in, just change your password to whatever you want it to be. And then in here, same thing, usually find your picture, and that's where you'll be able to find your profile information. So in here, you can do a quick introduction about yourself, add your license number and your social media links, because these are going to add to your the message that goes out to these people. This is another spot to update your headshot, your company logo. And this is a really great lead system for your listings. So I hope you all are utilizing this program. And that's it, my basics. I will send out a recap to everybody here with a few of these items. And if you have any questions, let me know.
Heather, I have one question.
Of course.
When I am, as an SSA, I love to tag all of my agents on Facebook posts, but I have a big problem when I'm trying to tag their personal page, and it's super easy when I'm trying to tag their business page. So one, I really encourage everybody on this call to make sure they have a business page so it's easy to tag. And two, is there a way around that you know of?
I have not found a way around it. Facebook is not everybody's best friend when it comes to tagging and sharing. A lot of the times I will tag people and it will work, and I'll go back in and they will no longer be tagged. So I don't know why they take that off.
I'm glad it's not just me, but okay, thank you.
But that's why we like to push those business pages.
Yeah.
Feel free to share anything from your personal page to your business page. I think that's really important to show not only your business stuff, but also a little bit about who you are, your personality on your business page. So if anybody has social media questions, I just recommend meeting with your field marketing specialist or your SSA. Like, you know, Kathy knows what she's talking about too. So anybody have questions?
Yes, Heather, just basically on the mobile digital writer. I mean, could you just go over this, or just because I didn't see this clearly, and is that something, an app that we can in? Is it the Global Banker stuff?
So it is a third party that we've partnered with our listing concierge packages. So I'm trying to share my screen here one more time. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Hold on one second.
So you get it when you have a listing, or you can download it now, have it on your phone, and when you have a listing, you can use it.
So it's per listing. So hold on, I'm messing up on my sharing here. How they do it is geolocating, basically. So wherever the sign is installed, if the person pulls up in front of your listing and sees that sign and texts that number, it's going to use location information to determine what house they're in front of. So it's a really neat technology. But yes, it goes per listing. I don't think there's anything you can do prior to, or, you know, before you get a listing. It just kind of happens with your listing concierge package. So however you order signs, if you order them through your sales support administrator or your office, just make sure you're asking that question if that's something that they offer in your area. I know we offer it in Sac Tahoe. I'm not 100% sure on the Bay Area. So
it does come with all listing concierge packages.
Yep, it does.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else? Well, thank you so much for joining me today. If you have more questions or you'd like to sit down with somebody to go over all these profiles, make an appointment with your field marketing specialist. We love to do this with you guys. And yeah, thanks for coming today.
Thank you.
Yeah.